Hey guys, it's Gary Wong with GaryWongRealty.com again. People know me as the Christian Realtor. I'm also the author of the book on Vancouver real estate. Today I'm going to share another story where I was working with a shady seller. Well, he was actually the realtor. So interesting story. I'm working with a buyer to buy an assignment at an apartment in Burnaby. We want to write an offer on this assignment. Basically, an assignment is where they bought a pre-sale and it's about to complete, but they want to assign the contract. Basically, the buyer would be buying the seller's contract at a premium. Let's say they bought it for $200,000 and they want to sell the property now for $400,000. So my client is buying the contract for, let's say, $400,000. Obviously, these are not the right numbers, but I'm just giving you an example. So my client wanted to buy this assignment. I talked to the seller, I talked to the realtor, and the realtor lets me know the story, sends me the contracts, because when you're buying the contract in assignment, you're basically buying the contract. So in order for my client to buy the contract, we have to see the contract. How much did they buy it for? How much lift are they getting? Lift is the profit. Let's say they bought it for $200,000 and they're selling it for $400,000. The lift would be the $200,000 difference. My client saw the contract, looked at the documents, but the catch is this. The seller, who's also the listing agent, said to me, Gary, can you get your buyer to wire transfer the money to an offshore account? Really? And I said, huh? Why? And she said, well, I need it to evade taxes. Are you kidding me? So she stipulated that, and I don't know what she's doing. I talked to my client. I talked to my manager. My manager's like, not a smart move. She should have, if she was gonna do that, we're not responsible for how she reports taxes. But if she wanted to do that, she should have just said, I have a stipulation. If you want to buy my assignment, you need to wire transfer money to this account, period. She shouldn't have said something like, oh, I'm trying to evade taxes and all this stuff. Not a smart move. So I talked to my client. I'm like, well, that's her business, how she wants to report taxes or not, or where the money goes to. It doesn't matter. She's responsible. The seller / listing agent is responsible for reporting her own taxes. What do you want to do? He's like, I'm not sure. So he thinks about it. Meanwhile, I'm talking back and forth with the seller / listing agent. And she said, no. Well, let's not wire transfer. Just write a bank draft to this insurance company. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, you know, if I put it in the insurance company, it's hard for the CRA to check and that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay. And then she said, oh, by the way, if you do that, if you have your buyer do that, if your buyer's comfortable with that, I'm able to give a discount on the price. And she said that if she had completed on the property, or if she sold the property the regular way, the ethical, legal way, then she would pay taxes of up to $50,000. But if she does it this way, she can give my client maybe a $30,000 discount. So I conveyed this message to my client, and my client was still kind of like shaky, and I was kind of like, well, obviously I'm conversing with my manager at the same time, you know, making sure that I'm doing my due diligence, doing my part as an ethical realtor and doing the right thing. But shortly after, the listing agent finally called me and said, you know what, Gary, it's not worth it. Because she has been receiving other calls from other agents who are interested in that. And then she had also proposed that scheme to other agents. And she said, you know, maybe some of the other agents had convinced her not to do that. I don't know. But she said to me, Gary, you know, let's forget about that. I don't want to do that. A license is the most important thing in this business. I don't want to put my license on the line and you know, if anything goes wrong, the buyer's going to sue or blah, 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 and we are all going to be in trouble, etc. Let's just do it. No discount, the regular price, regular way, no offshore account, no like insurance company, etc. Just do it properly. Obviously, I conveyed that message to my client, and my client was like, okay, interesting. But at the end of the day, my client was not interested, but it was an interesting experience for my client to see firsthand what kind of things do go on in the real estate industry. I hope this video educated you and informed you that some people do try to evade taxes using real estate. This is just one method. I'm not sure how she would have effectively evaded taxes, because in order to assign the contract, let's say my client agreed to it, we got the contract set up. In order for the assignment to take place, the developer needs to approve the assignment. So the developer would know how much she paid for it, how much she's trying to sell it for now. And so there is that record there. If push comes to shove and CRA really wanted to dig it up, we would be in trouble. So I don't understand how her potential scheme would have worked. Anyways, hope you found value in this. Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com. Until next time, God bless you. Thanks guys for watching my video. Please subscribe and share with your friends. Email me if you have any more questions. Thank you.